So John, let's talk about this building here. When did you first start chasing this thing? Give us how did it come across your desk?
Yeah, this would have been a little over a year and a half ago. So probably midway through 2021. One of the commercial brokers that I work with in this area texted me and said, "Hey, I think I'm going to have to pass on this listing because this older seller just doesn't work with an agent. Would you mind submitting an offer?" Said you'd have to pay his commission, all that good stuff. And I said, "Sure, if the price is right, let's do it." And funny enough, up to that point, I had never done a deal with this particular broker. And so I said, "All right, this is a great opportunity. Of course, I'll pay your commission." So we submitted an offer. We submitted it right away, like same day.
So real quick, take a step back here. Where are we geography-wise? Is this in Cicero? Is it near your other buildings?
Yeah, this is in Cicero, very, very close to a couple of other buildings that we had just purchased. So I was, very excited about the deal because it was something I could drive by, that day. I thought, yeah, let's lock it down because the pricing was really good that he was talking about. So so we decided to write an offer.
And now this is sight unseen though, right? Like we haven't walked units. We don't have a rent roll. The original offer is.
Yeah, good call. You know what? So backing up a little bit. So I knew from the front end that we would not really be able to see most of this building. There were a handful of vacant units that he told me he could probably get me into for the inspection. But he's like, you're going to have to write an offer sight unseen. So definitely not something for the faint of heart here, right? You have to kind of know what you're getting into from the front end to lock this deal up.
And how did you know him though? I know you said you never did a deal with him, and you had to take that type of information and trust him that he's not like just trying to sell you crap or lead you down a pipeline that's going to lead you down a rabbit hole that's going to just take up your time. Like go back, because I think a big part of this podcast is educating people on the power of networking. And I'd love to hear kind of at a very deep level how you met this guy, your communication over however long a period of time it was, and kind of how you got to that phone call.
So going way back to 2015, when I started in this business, like a lot of investors, I thought most commercial brokers are trying to pull your leg, sell everything for too much, all that kind of thing. So I discounted a lot of the really good brokers early on, which was a huge mistake. And as I started to kind of figure out how the game is played in commercial versus, like a residential property, there is no big MLS where everybody can see it. And it's kind of, egalitarian, everybody can see all the deals. Instead, commercial brokers will, they'll market the properties to people that they think are the strongest buyers first, so to speak, especially the really good deals, because the really good deals are also the hardest deals to close. So anyway, long story short is this particular broker had showed me many deals when I was really green. And I passed on those deals like an idiot, and I should have bought probably all of them in, hindsight being 2020. And so I had talked with him for quite a while and said, hey, I even took pictures of one of them. It was this 38 unit courtyard building in Berwyn that I didn't buy. And I took a couple pictures, was like, oh man, this is the one that got away every time I drive by. So I've been talking to him for a long time. He's again, there's a handful of brokers that control all the, kind of mid-sized deals in these markets, as you know, Mark. I mean, you've been in the space for a long time. So I'd slowly kind of grown up and cut my teeth as a multifamily investor. And I think he, as a broker, is a similar age. So he kind of saw me go from, total amateur hour that has no idea what he's doing to trying to figure it out and understanding quite a bit about this area from owning buildings and knowing that there's a lot I don't know, but there's a lot that I do know.